That's a beautiful sunflower. You don't see sunflowers that big all the time, man. So, we've been talking about challenging the status quo, getting outside the comfort zone, the habits that we've built up over our life. And I'm kind of branching on today. I had this thought. I was thinking, imagine Warren Buffett. Imagine like someone of very high value. Just someone who we really respect. Would they be walking into a convenience store to purchase some Coca-Cola, a pop, a bag of chips? And I was thinking about the association bias. We went over that, we learned about it. Go ahead, check back with it. But what we associate with has power. And I'm wondering, what subtle ways does this have power over me? What subtle things in my life have worked their way into my status quo that I'm associating myself with? Is it of high value? I told you guys before, nicotine was a struggle of mine to quit. I used to dip tobacco. And it finally came into my head that I can't be a man of high value if I'm associating myself with something that I'm relying on from the convenience store. I couldn't go to bed and feel happy with the man I was becoming because I depended on this. So, association, what I have in my head. I read this quote before. It might have been from a fantasy book. I'm not sure who it's from, but it goes something like this. It made so much sense to me. It said, whatever we reach into, whatever we put our hands into, reaches back into us and sinks its claws into us. Something like that. But think about that. Whatever we reach into with our time, with our energy, our actions, our money, whatever we choose to spend our life on, reaches back and sinks its hooks into us in some way or another. Okay? If it's worked its way into our status quo, it's affecting us in some way or another. I've got so much to say on this. I'm forgetting a lot, but life is crazy. Life is crazy, and I don't know that if I'm even ready to be that successful man yet, because I might be associating myself with things of low quality. So that's what I'm asking myself these days. What do I have in my life that has sunk its claws into me and it's changing me? It's maybe poisoning me, because I want to develop things and do things that reach back and recharge me, re-energize my being. So maybe taking a step back, and maybe that's when the time comes when my life is aligned, when my life is in order, and I have weeded out all the low value, the low forms of energy. You get what I'm saying? The low ways of thinking, and that's when it can come about that I can be ready to be a man of high value. I can be ready to be a man of success because I've taken care of, I don't just want to have this huge sum of money or this fantastic life, because then really what habits, what status quo would I bring to that? So think on this. Whatever we reach our hands into reaches back into us, for positive or negative, guys.